Hi class. Now let me learn how can we implement different types of structure in our C++ program. So in module 3 I have already created. In this module 3 I am going to add a file called sequence.cpp. Okay, so here we are going to create sequence.cpp file. Make it little bit bigger. Okay. Now we are good. Okay. Now we want to write a code like sequence demo. Here we will learn that how can we write a program with use of sequence structure. Okay. There is nothing special in sequence structure. A sequence structure is just your code will execute step by step. That is a normal structure in a programming. Okay, so we have included our header file iostream.h. We'll write using namespace std. Okay, that means we have included 9 standard namespace. We'll write our main function. Okay, and today we'll talk about what's the purpose of everything. Okay, so why we should include iostream? So this is called header file in C++. Okay, and it supports us input and output streams. That is, we used to write cin to take input and cout to print something. That functionality is available in iostream header file, and that's why we have to include it. It is next statement is we are writing using namespace std. This is called a standard namespace, and the purpose of the namespace is to avoid name clashes. As a programmer, you can create your namespace too. Next is our main function. The purpose of main function is like it suggests compiler to starting point of the program, or compiler will start the execution from main function. Okay, so this is what we have written as a standard structure of C++ program. Now we want to generate like code which is in a sequence. So for example, you want to find sum of two numbers, right? So while we want to find sum of two numbers, first of all we'll require two variables like number 1, number 2, and we want to find sum, so we have created one more variable called sum. Okay, now we want to read the value of first number. So we have written enter first number. We'll read the number 1. That is, in a sequence we have read the first number. Now we want enter second number, and we'll write cin number 2. So we have two numbers. Now we want to find sum. So we written sum equals to number 1 plus number 2, and it is a sequence process. So we are reading number 1, we are reading number 2, then we are finding sum. Now we want to print the sum. Okay, so this is in a sequence, and that's why it is called like a sequence structures. It is going to execute the first step, then next step, then next step, then next step, and so on. Okay, now let us execute our code. So it is going to ask us like enter first number. Now suppose I want to enter 10. Now enter second number. So I have entered 12. And my addition is 22. And this is very simple. and this is called sequence structure of programming.